Trevor Sinclair. Trev, a very good morning.
Morning, Trev.
Morning, Al.
Trev,
morning, Ray.
Can you believe that stat? And I'm not trying to be negative, but since the Euros began, England have never won their opening game. Can you believe that?
That is crazy. I mean, it just shows that when you go into a tournament, all the managers down the line have been very tentative. They don't want to give too much away. And sometimes that takes away a bit of that attacking prowess. So I'd say, listen, look at our squad. Look at the forward players we've got. Get on the front foot and go and take the game to Croatia. And the way Jadon Sancho was talking there, you know, you can see, you can feel it in his emotion that he feels there's a little bit of work to be done against Croatia for what they did to us in the World Cup last time. Yeah. So we've beaten them since then, but not really important games. This is tournament football. I think there's a little bit of revenge needed.
What about system and starting 11 for you, Trev?
Well, listen, everyone's talking about the back three, the back four, how that's a problem area for us. I'd go the other way. I'd say, listen, we've just had 2 friendlies. We've only scored 1 goal in each game. We've got to be more clinical. We've got to find the formation to get the best out of them players because we've got so much attacking talent on the pitch and in that squad. If we're only scoring 1 goal in a game, it's not good enough. They should be scoring 2, 3, and creating a lot of opportunities. So I would say make sure we get that right. But defending wise and shape defensively, I think we look at Thomas Tuchel and what he did in the Champions League final. 3-4-3. I think we've got the players to play that. We've not got 2 centre halves that we think.
Well, who's your 3
let's
then?
Play them. So my 3. It's a bit. I think it's a bit different to a lot of people's. I think if you want to play the total football and you want that left-hand sided player of the 3 to be left-footed, you have to go with a Mings. Or for me, I go with a Luke Shaw because I think he's got a decent structure about him. He's a good shape. He's a good one-to-one defender, and I think he'll go and attack the first ball if it's in his area. I think obviously Stones will take that position himself and make sure the first ball in he goes and attacks if it's in his vicinity. On the right hand side, I'd play Walker. You could play Reece James there as well, but I think you play players that are natural in that position, played in that position before, and also players that are quick either side of Stones.
And then Rice in front.
Definitely Rice, and it's pick. You know, you can take your pick. You could have Mount with Rice. I think you could have Bellingham with Rice. You know, I think we've got good players in that holding centre midfield position. Phillips has done a superb job with Leeds. You know, I wouldn't feel anything like any threat in there if you put Phillips in there because I think he sticks to task. He works really hard for the team.
But that means you're going to have to leave out Grealish or Foden.
It does, but I think, listen, it's a lot. If we're going to do as well as we hope, it's a long tournament. There's lots of games for the players to get minutes. So it doesn't matter who starts and plays the first 60 minutes and then who rests for the final 30 minutes. But I think you play, say you started with a Grealish and then you've got Sterling out the team and you put Foden on the right and you've got either Kane or Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the middle. You could change that. If it's not going well, 60 minutes, change it. Bring fresh legs on. You're not lessening that attacking threat. And everyone's feeling part of the squad. So I don't think it's a problem if you're going to leave out Grealish or you're going to leave out Sterling, as long as you keep on giving them minutes and they're getting that experience playing the Euros.
Ray?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at back 3. I think that Maguire, if he would have been fit, I think that would have gone.
Him, he's not.
Yeah, he would have gone with 4, but I think he might go towards that 3 at the back as well. I mean, the wing backs will be interesting. Chilwell will be on the left hand side, I should imagine, and James has got an excellent chance of playing on that right hand side. Trippier as well, as we mentioned him, he's a very experienced player, can go in there. Foden, he's got to start though, Trev, hasn't he?
Well, listen, I keep on hearing Micah Richards that we're chatting away with Roy Keane talking about when he burst onto the scene. I remember when Phil Foden burst onto the scene and he was playing in the right, on the right hand side. Hudson had always playing on the left, and he played coming in on his left hand side. Why not do that? Why not play him? And then if that's not working, you can always bring Jadon Sancho on. So there's loads of options going forward. But yeah, I would say you've got to start Foden the season that he's had, and you've also got to start Mount. So he'd probably play in that holding.
Jack, you think might miss the first game?
He might do, just because I think we spoke about Croatia before, and they're an ageing team, an ageing side. I think if you have got speed like Sterling's got, Raheem Sterling, and we know he's not at the most prolific season that he's had. He's set his standards so high. He's been slightly underneath that for the latter part of the season. I think this will be a fresh challenge for him. Remember, he was brought up around Wembley. If this is a situation where you're going to get him excited, this is the game. These are the games at Wembley Stadium, playing for his country. You know, that's his manner. He wants to play there. He wants to show what he's got. Get him on there. And if he's not doing it, if he continues that form, you've got great options off the bench.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.